So when we were on the Patreon call, Travis Dunn was dropping some crazy knowledge about Solo. A couple things he was discussing triggered me, but at the same time, I understand. So one of the bigger ones was when Ron Howard took the reins of Solo, the last big boss, which they filled in with obviously Darth Maul, wasn't decided yet. It wasn't written. No one knew who that character was. It was written as like, quote, big boss.
Yeah.
So whoever Kira was talking to, and supposedly from his speech arisings earlier, that like Kira, the actress, and the character itself, well, I guess the character herself, whatever. Kira didn't even know who it was. She was talking to just like a green screen, and they just input. Like
when she did that scene. Yeah. Amelia Clarke was just talking to whatever.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, you are that. Why isn't this all pre-written for something as big as Star Wars? I don't know. Go ahead.
You got the fucking. I'm gonna tell you something, finger. I'm iffy about it. I like how they have done the new canon. We've talked about. I'm gonna repeat myself. Like we were saying 40 episodes ago. At first, when Disney buys Star Wars, they cancel things, blah, blah, blah. New canon starts. They're not referencing prequel stuff at all. Well, now we see, if you really think back on it, Force Awakens came out 3 years ago. Less than 3 years ago. 2.5 years ago. It takes time for them to build up the storyline and to know what they're going to release, when they're going to release it, how they're going to drop a hint in this comic and then bring it up in this cartoon, and then that character shows up in this movie. It takes some time to kind of develop that stuff. It's only been 2.5 years. It's really not that long. So I love that they can really plan some things out and then let a few other things kind of just be random or like off the cuff. That, and we mentioned on the Patreon call, that kind of speaks back to how they operated back in the original trilogy. Like, the fucking suit for this character broke, and now it looks like shit. Now that's what the character looks like, and now that's what that race is in the Star Wars universe. Like, things like that would dictate the entire universe because of what happened on set. What are you smirking about right now?
I'm not smirking. I'm listening.
I do love how they can, majority of the time, have a nice overarching plan, and then let how the production goes on something dictate where the canon is going to move. I like the balance of those two things.
I'm okay with it. It's just disconcerting that something as big as Star Wars, they'll just leave it.
What the fuck are you listening right now? I'm trying to talk and watch you. I'm not looking at the chat. I don't even like any of these people.
I don't even know who any of these people are. No, I agree that I was kind of mad when he first said that, but the fact that they can leave something like that open and kind of leave, I don't know who made the ultimate decision.
I think it was the scriptwriter, Jake Kasdan, because Weiss was mentioning that same thing too.
Oh man, I don't know. But for something that big, it would have. My argument was, why not put fucking Jabba in there? He's in episode 1.
I was worried about that. I was worried about him showing up as like the main bad guy in this movie.
I was so excited, and it would made. See, the only thing that wouldn't make sense is after they leave. Why would Solo do a fucking mission for Jabba after? That wouldn't make really a lot of sense.
Well, it's all based on, this is what I love about the Solo movies, that he still thinks he needs to be a scoundrel because of where he came from. Even Kira said, you're not really a scoundrel. You're a good guy. You just don't realize it. He doesn't actually, that doesn't click for him until the end of episode 4. So, of course, once he's done with this whole shit, even though he had to kill Beckett and then Kira ran away and all he has left in the world is Chewie.
Yeah. He
thinks that's his next most logical step is to go and fucking work for another gangster.
Yeah, I kind of like that about Han, because it just shows how reckless and what's another naive, I guess, about his own abilities and
Both, yeah.
and what he could do and the difference he can make. Like he gets a little taste of it right at the end when he gives up that Phyraxian or whatever the coaxial.
You just mixed the Phyraxia shark and coaxium.
Phyraxium.
Coaxium, yeah.
He gets a taste of being good and the difference he can make, but I don't think he's sold on it, obviously.
Right.
He wants to do his own thing for a while, and now that Kira's out of the mix, he's got to find his own smoke show. So that there's, I mean, the list that goes on.
Yep.
So whoa. Oh, he does win the Falcon back right at the end.
Yeah. That was a great little, not even post-credit scene, just like a good end movie scene.
Yeah.
It's cool because like in that first Sabacc game, you think he's going to win it for good, and he doesn't. And then you're like, well, fuck. Maybe he didn't get it by winning a game of Sabacc. And then right at the end, he pops in. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Move, you fucking cable. God damn it. Sorry.
No more ghost knocking, huh?
Difficulties. No, they stopped fucking paying attention. Thank you.
Ghost fell asleep.
Thank you.
Took a nap.
Thank you, guys. You can listen to the episode later.
Jesus, it'll be on iTunes. Jesus, just hold your tits. Ghost tits.
We're trying to get inside information.
No, I thought that was interesting. Also, a small one was Ron Howard definitely wanted Chewie to rip the arms off of somebody.
Finally.
Which is hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
I really thought Solo gave me more information about Chewie and his character than it really did about Han. We knew where Han was going to end up, and we kind of know just logically, well, of course, he's going to be a cocky kid. Yeah. He's going to be a little more reckless, maybe a little unsure of himself in certain aspects. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But Chewie, being almost 300 years old or whatever, 200 years old at that point, like he could have been a fucking murderer 30 years ago. No one knows. I don't fucking know.
That's one thing that I said blatantly before the movie came out was that Han Solo is a fine character, but I'm not really obsessed with Han Solo like some Star Wars fans are. I didn't care about him before going into Solo. So I was really excited just to get some more like lore and to learn more about Chewbacca. That was the best part of going into it. That was the best part of Solo. And then I came out loving Han like I never even thought I could possibly do.
What was the Four Arms guy, the blue guy that dies? Maybe it wasn't even blue, the monkey guy.
Oh, I don't remember. Fuck, I don't remember. Good call.
There's going to be a new Black series of him, I believe. Or a new...
that would be sweet, dude.
Yeah.
He was
one of my favorite characters in that. For obvious reasons. He was like very...
sarcastic, talking shit.
Yeah. But he said like small little things.
Rio Durant, and he was a... Fuck. I wonder if they're going to say it. Google versus Shinobi. Come on, calm down. He was an Ardenian.
Yeah.
I win.
Not Balchinian. He was an Ardenian.